Hey, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling. You're listening to Casio'S Cuts with my good friend Casio Kid. You know, I was on one of his podcasts earlier. I think it was episode 6, so make sure you check that out. If not, enjoy this week's podcast from the one and only funniest guy I know, Casio Kid.
The following podcast has been approved for mature audiences only by the Podcasters Association of America. Not safe for work. Some material may be considered offensive. What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You listening to another edition of Casio'S Cut? And my guest this week is my buddy and ended up being the star of the show through Corey Forrester, Mr. Wade Cardwell. What's up, buddy?
How you doing? This Big Daddy Bam Bam. Love you, Matt Mitchell. God, can you? I mean, come on. You came over to Chattanooga and tried to hit up on a hot lesbian chick. I mean, you know. I mean, we won't tell Big Booty Judy, but I mean, you did. You came over there and hit on her like you had the big old Jay Leno's first intern dick. I mean, you know, it's okay. Hey, you were single at the time? You were single?
I don't remember this. Tell everybody the story.
Well, Matt would come over and work at the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga on, like, I don't mean anything bad here, but what we call off weekends, like if there was something going on or a Tennessee ball game or whatever.
I came all the time on the Riverbend Festival.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, that sucks too. But anyway, so Matt would come over there and he would be there for like 3 or 4 days and just get real cloudy. I mean, cloudy. I mean, you know, you'd stay upstairs at comedy condo and all that shit, you know, yeah. So Matt would come over there and Matt was just like, I mean, he was still doing the Subway $5 closing with the spider webs and all that kind of stuff. And he just knew he was going to convert this lesbian. And I think I slipped her about a $50 bill, and I said, like, take care of my boy. And I think she did. I think you had a lesbian experience in the comedy condo at the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I will go on record saying I don't remember that, but I'm not discounting your memory.
I got pictures. I'll put them on your page. I got pictures. Using that green shirt, you know, with her nipples showing and everything.
No, I don't. Send it to me.
Oh, by God, I will. But I mean, you know, you weren't married. And you were still coming off that Jay Leno thing, and you know, you were big shit. I mean, you know, we could
what happened to me?
I mean, you know, you went to Huntsville, Alabama, and got like tied up with Conrad, and Bruce, and like Pat Patterson, and like, oh my God, I'm here. I'm here.
Fan?
Oh my God, about every night. And, you know, I don't want to sound gay or anything, but I mean, he is like fucking like Ric Flair's daughter. But I mean, I go to bed most nights with either Conrad or Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette definitely seems like your speed.
I love Jim Cornette. And I really hated him at first when he was down there at Georgia Championship Wrestling. He wasn't a lot of fun, Casio. I mean, damn.
Let me ask you this. I've never asked you this because we, surprisingly, as many times we hung out, you know, we never talked wrestling early on. But somebody from over in your neck of the woods, do you know Paul Lee, the real Nature Boy?
Oh, God, the Paul Lee. No, he's a pretend Nature Boy.
Didn't he run for office over there?
I mean, you want me getting out on him, or you want me to give him a pop?
Whatever you think. I didn't know if you knew him or not.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about Paul Lee. You ready for what I got to say about Paul Lee?
Come on.
Okay. Paul Lee is a smart business guy. I mean, if you can be in the second or third generation of fabulous Fargos, I mean, he did good with his money. And I give Paulie a salute. Big Daddy Bam Bam loves Paulie as far as being, he did good with his money. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
But he is like, he's a dickhead. He is a dickhead. Don't ever do any business with Paulie on a handshake deal. You see that on a handshake? Don't do it. Get it all in a contract. No, you'll get fucked. You'll get on the bad end of it. But Paulie did good with his money. I mean, he bought and sold a storage unit place for about $1 million.
All right,
you know,
get him, Paul.
Yeah. So I mean, I love him as a Trump supporter and a capitalist. But by God, if you do any business with Paul Lee, get it in writing.
Okay, duly noted. We should tell everybody that's not watching the YouTube video, if they're listening to this, you got your shades on and your Uncle Sam hat. This bedazzled.
Well, by God, I'm like, you called me and I'm high as fuck. Casio. And you want me to get on here with about 30 minutes to an hour's notice after we've talked about it for a year and a half.
Look at
and then
hat.
You're like, and then you want to criticize me there in Huntsville, motherfucking
I ain't
Alabama?
criticizing. The hat is flames, dude. It's smoldering. I want everybody to know what you're wearing.
I love it. I love Uncle Sam.
Talk about Big Daddy Bam Bam. You used to have a shirt. What was your shirt that said running cloth over it? What was it?
Well, the shirt was like, boobies make me smile. And it was like, that's what it was. But I'm going to tell you, Matt, that shirt, I got like thousands of those printed, but there was like so much screen art on it. Your ass, you would sweat out of the back of your neck wearing that thing. But it was good. If you wore that out to an event or somewhere, you'd see some boobies. Boobies make me smile.
Did you sell them out?
Oh my God. Hey, I'll tell you what, Matt, right now.
What?
I'll send you a couple to give out to your viewers.
I was going to say we could throw it up on my site. We could sell them. Oh
my God, let's do that because Bruce Pritchard and Conrad, they're selling T-shirts everywhere, but like fuck them. And I just got something to say about Conrad's podcast.
Okay.
Eric Bischoff, he is full of shit.
Okay.
That motherfucker don't remember anything. But if he does remember something, it's always about his perspective.
Okay. Did you listen to the others? What about Bruce?
Bruce,
you like him?
Well, I do. Yeah, because brother love. I love that thing. My granddaddy was a Baptist preacher, so whenever brother love was getting on there, I was thinking like, yeah, we're going to go down to the altar with the deacon's daughters and like find some love. So
do you listen to the other ones? Arn Anderson.
Arn.
Yeah.
That fucker needs to get some Arn. I love him, but you need to get some you got a deviated septum or something.
What do you mean?
He needs to get some surgery because it's like
God.
Well, it's the truth. And I love Arn Anderson. I would have been
He'll kill you with his bare hands.
Oh yeah. I'm prepared.
I'm prepared.
But I want Patterson to get in the back door a little bit, see if he can massage my prostate.
Here we go.
But
what about Jim Ross?
I love JR. He's a great guy. And I'm going to Casio, I'm just going to tell you right now.
All right.
Okay, so every Wednesday night, watch Dynamite.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll like text Corey Ryan Forster, that damn queer, and I'll say, "What the hell is going on down there?" Well, Corey Forster. We'll talk about him again in a minute.
Oh, yeah,
Corey Forster is a fucking. I think Jerry Briscoe like fucked him in the ass or something. I mean, he is. What? Okay. Oh, really? I'm getting too vulgar. He is. Corey Ryan Forster is a Gerald Briscoe mark.
Who doesn't love Jerry Briscoe?
Oh,
I
God.
love Jerry Briscoe.
I love him.
And he will kill you with his bare hands.
Oh, God. I'm like, I just want him to take me down and get me from behind. I mean.
What about Tony Schiavone?
Tony? Okay. So, what's that guy, Bob Saget, that comes in and does comedy?
Yeah.
And at the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga, whenever Bob Saget was there, there'd be like a sign on the front door, and a sign by the box office, and a sign by the grill, and a sign by the bar, and a sign by the main showroom, and it'd be going like, "It ain't gonna be Uncle Jesse tonight, motherfucker." I mean, hey, the only person that walked more people than Bob Saget was Doug Stanhope. I mean, Doug would walk some people. You know, hey, but so did Bob Saget. I think that's his name.
And so you're saying Schiavone's the same way. It ain't Uncle Jesse. It ain't Uncle Tony.
I love it when I listen to it at night, and it's like, you know, as a kid, Tony Schiavone was like, you know, the voice of Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, right up there. I mean, I don't know if you saw him down there, you know, where you're from, but there was a guy up in Chattanooga called Harry Thornton. And Harry Thornton and Nick Goulas, they had the Chattanooga.
Okay.
Yeah. But, man, it's just funny as hell to listen to Tony Schiavone, like, cussing and, like, saying slap dick and all that kind of bullshit. I mean, it's funny. I mean, I'm sitting there as a 9 or 10-year-old saying the same thing, and now he's saying it like, you know.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, but, hey, what I want to say about Dynamite on Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is if you got Jim Ross, if you got JR, and you got Tony Schiavone, you don't need Chris Jericho out there. I mean, fuck him. Fuck Chris Jericho.
You like Excalibur?
You don't need Chris Jericho if you've got two of the greatest voices in wrestling.
Hall of Famers.
I mean, yeah. Why do we need Chris Jericho out there?
What about Excalibur?
I mean, Excalibur, I think he's like did a lot of bad acid.
What do you mean?
I just think. Well, I mean,
it's well with him too.
Well, I like him too if I'm real fucked up. You know, if I've drank a little vodka, or if I've like got a little high, then Excalibur, I can appreciate him.
Okay. All right, I got you on a roll here, so let's keep going. Let's go with some past guests. Past guests here on Casio'S Cut and see what you think about them. All right? How about our buddy DJ Lewis?
DJ Lewis, I'm telling you, I'm at the Comedy Catch one night at the grill, and you know where it was.
Yeah.
Miss Dolly was down there. You know, it was the bar inside the club.
Brainerd.
And yeah, oh God, Brainerd Road. Oh my God, you remember that? I mean,
right by the tunnel.
You had whores coming from everywhere, dude. I mean, bitches would drive from damn Huntsville to see this guy and do his $5 Subway and his like closing gig, and then want to try to go out and convert a lesbian.
Okay, hang on. Focus back on DJ.
Okay, DJ. Okay, so I'm at the club one night, and I'm doing like, you know, I'm like producing the open mics and, you know, the alternative show. And you know, you've been there, Casio. There's times that we sold out the grill more than the regular theater did.
Usually when I was there.
Yeah.
In the main room.
No, we had all the lesbians showing up when you were there. Anyway, you did good. You did good with the lesbians. But anyway, hang on a second.
Get your beverage. What are you drinking?
Well, there's Diet Coke in this one,
Okay.
and then I got some vodka down in here. You know that.
All right, go. Cheers. All right, go ahead.
Hey, okay, where we at?
DJ Lewis.
DJ Lewis. So I'm sitting there one night at the grill. Me and Dolly, Michael's mother, Michael Alfano's mother, Dolly.
Michael is the owner of the company.
Oh God, I love his mama.
Fantastic. First time I ever met her playing poker.
Yeah. Oh God, she took all your money.
All of it. Every money, all the money I made for the whole weekend.
She stayed upstairs at the comedy condo. Hey, I went up there after Jody White and Dale Jones was there and sniffed the sheets. I did. I hate to admit that, but Jody White, damn. Anyway, hey, get a hold of Jody White if you're a comic out there and you need to like file your paperwork for to get that damn Trump money and all that shit. Get a hold of Jody White. But anyway, so I'm sitting there one night at the Comedy Catch Giggles Grill.
Well, yeah.
And I got a text from that like homosexual Corey Forster.
He's not. He's hetero. Go ahead.
No, he's bi. I'm dragging him out of the closet right here tonight.
Go ahead.
But anyway, so Corey sent me a message, said, "Hey, I'm bringing somebody tonight. Can you let him do 10 minutes?" And I'm going like, "Oh, what the fuck ever." So this guy shows up. No, listen, Casio. This guy shows up in like khakis with like a, just like it's probably a button down blue or white or anything, but he showed up with khakis and he had his hair cut real short and everything like that. And his name was Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel Lewis, not DJ, motherfucker. I'm talking about.
Oh, this is DJ.
Oh, yeah, this is DJ. It was Daniel. Oh, I'm showing up with the guy that takes out groceries at the store in Chickamauga, and his name's Daniel. But he at least showed up with his hot ass girlfriend, Dre. And,
did he crush it?
Well, I was like, if he showed up with his girlfriend, Dre, anybody that's sleeping with her, I'm going to give him 10 minutes. I mean, and he did. That is, I had a show on the cable access channel up here.
Oh my gosh, how did I miss this?
And I seriously, we got kicked off. We got kicked off the because I had DJ on one night. He was working at a dildo store, and we were there. Hey, DJ had like this big black dildo and turned it on and held it up against a microphone. And you could just hear it go, blah, 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 blah. It's like buzz. I mean, but
on the TV show?
Yeah. Hey, we got kicked off. We got kicked off the cable access.
There's a shocker.
Oh, yeah. Talking about shockers. Talking about shockers, Matt Mitchell. Okay, so I've been with you to Myrtle Beach twice.
Hang on.
Okay.
We got DJ Lewis now.
Yeah, okay.
Drew Morgan, who does the podcast with him now, Into the Biscuit. I've had on before. Drew's twice. He came on with the Redneck guys, and then, of course, with DJ.
Well, Was that Drew that married Corey Forster in that hot motherfucking goddamn? It was like 95 motherfucking degrees with no motherfucking shade down somewhere in Walker County, Georgia, because his mama and daddy paid $3 million for that wedding. And I have going to tell you, I've DJ'd weddings. I've done everything in the world, but I've never been to a wedding where they had like one lane for wine, one lane for liquor, and one lane for beer. And so I was all three of them motherfuckers and sitting with Corey's aunt. Corey's aunt, Leslie Bain, fuck, she is hot.
Wait, I need to clear up some rumors. There's rumors that you have slept with some of Corey Forster's family members.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I did, because I was there one night and I had just got divorced, Casio. And Corey came up to me and said, "Hey, my nanny's coming here tonight and she's getting divorced. Big Daddy Bam Bam, will you like sling it to her?" And I did for about 3 years. Yeah, I did for about 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yeah, oh my God. I mean, she was a redheaded, like, oh my God. Anyway, I mean, you know, I did it for Corey. I did it for Corey. She had, I think
for
she had
3 years. I think you were doing it for Corey the first time. I don't know about 3 years.
Well, I think she had some vaginoplasty, which was what I loved.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's if you're like 62, it's not that tight, especially if you've like give vaginal birth to 3 kids. So, but she worked for a plastic surgeon, and I appreciated it. I mean, I did. Her nipples still got real hard. She could wear yoga pants and not be embarrassed.
This is Corey's Nana.
Nanny. Whatever. Will you fuck my nanny? She's getting divorced. Will you fuck my nanny? And I was going like, well.
You took over the team for 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, you know how demanding Corey is.
That's taking care of a buddy right there.
Hey, yeah. Oh my God. And you know, when we ended, she was beating her head up here against the brick wall.
Why?
Trying to get juice. She was trying to get juice, and then she called the cops.
Well, y'all had a bad breakup.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I hate to hear
love
that.
her. I still love her. God, he's got an aunt, Leslie. Man, I'm telling you, if you want a blue, she is like the chillest blue-eyed redhead I have ever met. And I love redheads.
I can tell.
Yeah, so we're going to talk. So can we talk about trips to Myrtle Beach yet?
You skip past Drew Morgan. You just skip right past him. You just ask him.
Well, I love Drew, and I think that's the dude that married Corey, and he's cool. He's cool. And you know, they got the highest grossing like comedy tour that's still playing clubs every once in a while. I mean, maybe not in Chattanooga, but they're doing good, and I love them. But I'm just going to tell you, Drew, let's pray for him. Let's pray for Drew, because like Drew's going to hell.
Why you say that?
It's just Drew's going to hell. Because like he's out there talking about like all the bad things. But pray for Drew. If you're down there in Huntsville, if you're down there in Alabama, I mean, and you go to church this weekend, pray for Drew.
Okay.
Pray for Drew.
Send one up for Drew.
Yeah. But I mean, you know. All right. So the last time they were in town, they they let me in through the back door, and my God, those boys, like, I mean, they came within about 3 or 4 seats of selling the place out on a rainy, I mean, I'm talking about like a rainy, drenching down, like the rain's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
And they come within about 4 or 5 seats of selling that place out. And I'm just going to tell you, Matt, I mean, I was there the first night that I think Corey really went up for the first time. And I never wanted to be the star. I wanted to be, you know, there was a guy for the Kingsman Quartet from Asheville, North Carolina, a guy named Jim Hamill, that taught me about a lot of emceeing skills. And
Okay.
I never wanted to be the star. I wanted y'all to be the star. I wanted to find stars. And man, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of Corey and DJ and all the hell. I mean, I'm proud of all of them. And I'm just glad that I could have just been there when we like snorted cocaine off the strippers. I mean, literally, we snorted cocaine out of a stripper's like butt crack on, you know.
Who's we?
You were there, Matt. Come on. You were there trying to convert, I mean, the lesbians.
Okay. All right, let's talk about, we got to clarify rumors or see if there are any rumors. The first episode of Casio'S Cut, if anybody has heard that, then they heard Corey recap our trip to Myrtle Beach. Now, me and you, we were discussing it. We've been a couple times to Myrtle Beach together.
Right. This was the time that bitch come down there and slashed all your tires at the radio station, and you were 3 hours late getting there to pick us up before we went to Atlanta to Myrtle Beach. So that's what happened. I mean, think about it, folks. It's Casio Kid. You know, he did something too good for too long, and he got his tire slashed, had to show up with a rental car, a motherfucking Kia, and my fat ass was back in the back with his dog Jerry when he wasn't on Casio's lap. But I fed Jerry all the damn Oreos I could so he would shit all over the hotel room that they had to damn share. While I went,
you fed my dog Fig Newtons.
Oh,
and you said he loved Fig Newtons and getting his dick jerked.
Well, yeah, because Corey was up there watching the Masters jerking little Jerry's dick. I mean, damn. And I was giving him, okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was Oreos, but yeah, it was Fig Newtons. You're right.
That was when you stopped at the gas station and tried to buy crack in Atlanta.
Well, I mean, I mean,
you did.
Well, okay. Wait a minute, Matt. Wait a minute.
Okay.
So we're in Atlanta, motherfucking Georgia, and I say, hey, I got to piss because we've been driving at that time about an hour and a half, and like, you know, with all the blood pressure medicine and diuretics I had to take, I mean, I got to piss like every hour. So right by the exit where you could go to the damn varsity, Matt Mitchell decides to stop off and get some damn gas.
Yeah.
And I was about to piss. I mean, I was like, shit was packed up all over me. Jerry was like, I mean, Jerry had bad gas that day after I started giving the Fig Newtons. So we got out there and I jumped out as soon as Matt, I'm sorry, as soon as Casio pulled up to the curb, I jumped out, went in there and pissed, and we were in downtown, one exit from the varsity. Remember that? So, God, man, I was about to bust. So I did my thing, got my little Diet Coke. And, of course, I had some vodka and weed and a little baby cocaine going in the bag. Because, like, when Matt showed up, he goes, everybody own their shit. Everybody own their shit down here. Everybody owns their shit. So I was going like, okay. So I was trying to, like, snort it as fast as I can because, you know. So when I came back out, Casio and Corey Ryan Forrester, his grandmama is like a damn hot ass redhead that I'm like banging every chance I get. I mean, we broke down a couple of couches. You know how you can like bend somebody over a couch? Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, so they went in there, and I mean, I was just thinking like, I'm going to fall asleep between here and Myrtle Beach. I need a little something, you know? And so there was like this little kid on a bicycle that he come up and said, "Hey, mister, what do you need?" I'm going like, "Hell, bring us a little crack. I mean, whatever you can get." And the kid went riding down the street, and Corey and Casio came back up there and says, "What's happened?" I'm going like, "Hey, I got some crack coming in a minute." And they just go like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Now, that's 100% true, by the way.
That is. I'm not even lying, am I?
No, not one, but you didn't embellish 1 second. Let's talk about how me and Corey were performing. You hopped in because you were going to meet a young lady, a beautiful young lady.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's only, I mean, I didn't ride over there for you motherfuckers. I just rode over there because like this bitch is hot. I mean, you know, so Corey, Corey and Matt like pulled up to the side of the street and kicked my motherfucking ass out. I mean, my luggage was all over the cul-de-sac. I'm thinking like, oh my God, because it was like, 3 a.m, whatever. And but what was cool about that whole trip was, I went over there, banged the fuck out of her, and then broke up with her. So
you did.
I did. I mean, y'all had to come pick me up in an emergency that morning.
Yeah, you were like, "Get over here now."
Yeah, we got to go. But
we were like, "We ain't leaving until after lunch." You're like, "No, you're picking me up now."
It was some good pussy, but I mean, what as good as MG Gaskin or whatever the fuck his name is over there.
Listen, we got to clarify what Corey said in episode 1. Is the infamous story is that the whole trip up, you told us and bragged how you could tell by her eyes that she wanted it in a certain place.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, she was a Irish brunette, a black Irish person, and her eyes were blue or green. And when they were green, that means she liked to be freaky. and I ain't gonna lie to you, Casio, I was wanting some anal. I mean, I really was. I was wanting a little bit of anal, and right out there on whatever that road is out there in the middle of Myrtle Beach, there was like one of them adult stores. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I got a bunch of them in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yeah. So I was just, you just want to slip a little finger in it or something, get a little anal. So she said, if you want to do that, I want to do it. I'm going like, well, what do you mean? She goes, well, if you want to fuck me in the ass, I'm going to fuck you in the ass. And I'm going like, okay, but I ain't doing one of them big black strap-ons. I ain't doing that shit. I mean, I think my color was blue. Blue was the skinniest. Blue was the skinniest.
Wait, is that a worldwide system? Blue is always the skinniest, or just in this case? Do we know?
Well, it was, that weekend.
Okay. So you went to the adult toy store with her.
Yeah, and I bought her like the skinniest blue, strap-on that she could put in that thing because, you got those strap-on belts. It's like one of them sex swings.
Yeah.
And, you got to get your thighs in there just the right way. And So I told her, I'm going like, she started like banging me with that strap on because she was wanting to do it before I did. I'm going like, oh, baby, come on. One of us is about to be embarrassed. I mean, what the hell? I didn't ever, I mean, it had been, I was probably like, you know, what was I, 40 then? It had been like 15 years. I mean, when I was 15 years old, you know, when you jack off so much when you're 15 that you can't even hardly come anymore. I mean, you come, but I mean, it's like a dry come. So, I mean.
You said, quote, we better stop before I get
Yeah, before one of us get embarrassed. Hell yeah. Hey, it felt good. I mean, she was hot.
Wait, so why after that is that why y'all broke up?
Oh, I talked to her last night for 3 hours. She's a crazy, I mean, I love her.
Oh, y'all are friendly now.
Oh God, I love her so much. I mean, she's like the female version of me. I mean, because I mean, she did fuck me in the ass. I mean, I just, you know, I was like, you know, the first time I ever confessed that, Dante and his girl was over here, and we were someplace, and Dante's girl, what's her name? Dante's girl.
I don't even know who Dante.
Anyway, it's one of those comedy couples like Dale and Jody that tour around and try to take everybody's money and shit like that. And I'm just going to tell you, Jody White is like smart. Dale Jones is lucky that he has Jody White.
He is. He outkicked his coverage.
Oh my God, he should have been a punter. Hell yeah. Okay, so now was the Corey ride over to Myrtle Beach before or after Mike Hahn?
It was I can't remember, but Mike Hahn was an Atlanta comic who was total opposite my style, very dry, very low key, had one-liners.
He won the Southeastern Comedy.
Very funny dude. Me and him good friends. And me and you and him took a trip, and he was so mad that when he found out that you had drugs on you.
Well, what I didn't understand about that is like we were almost home. I mean, we were somewhere in South Carolina or Georgia.
Augusta.
And Augusta. Oh, I love Augusta. But anyway, yeah, we were in Augusta, and you know, y'all went in. I hated going into places to piss. If I could go out the back behind the dumpster or something. So I went behind the dumpster to piss, and Matt and Mike Hahn went in there, you know, Mike Hahn, whatever. And then, you know, I'm sitting, I think you had a damn, a van or something, and I'm sitting in the back.
He was driving.
Huh? Is his car?
Yeah. That's why he got mad.
Well, while Matt and Mike Hahn was in there like pissing, I went and pissed behind the dumpster and fired up in the van. And he was a pissed off motherfucker. I'm telling you, he was pissed. I'm more like, dude, I got a one hitter that I'm putting in here. I mean, it's not like I was like rolling a blunt where it would like smell forever. But I loved him. Motherfucker, he lived in downtown damn Atlanta. And we had to pick him up down there and drop his ass off. And God, so we got back in your car and came back from Atlanta after we dropped his ass off, or what?
Wait, who's the biggest celebrity you've ever partied with?
Bob Saget. I personally like Doug Stanhope. He's not a big one, but I mean, I just think he's funny.
He's great.
He tries to walk everybody. I love that shit. Because I've walked some motherfuckers. I mean, you know, if you got James Gregory at the Comedy Catch and he can only work one show on a Friday night and you've got to do another show on Saturday night and you produce that shit. And you're getting out there, and people are there thinking they're going to see James Gregory, and you wrote Corey Rod Forster out there where he's dropping the cunt words and everything down there. I'm going to tell you, and Corey says, "Oh my God, I have to delete that shit you said," and everything like that. But I'm just going to tell you, okay, what was your alternative? What was your alternative character? What was it?
I can't dispose of that, but yes, I did have an alternative character at one time.
Yeah, I mean, you were like, it was like Grant Turner and Ricky Moko. I mean, you could come out there and open as your alternative character.
Correct.
And then
I did one of your contests.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my God. My nipples are getting hard right now. You'll see.
Yeah. He said, shirt up. They're taut. I'll give you that.
Woo, I'm telling you. But anyway, what's happened with MG? Is MG still living over in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, he's rocking and rolling. MG's rocking and rolling.
Doing what? He's
playing golf now. He's a golf fanatic.
Yeah, what the fuck ever. He ain't making no money at it.
All right, look, we got to hit you with the countdown. I could go for 17 hours.
Okay, wait a minute. Can I get my breath just a minute?
Yeah. Take a drink of vodka.
Needs to get some fluid here.
I feel like that's empty. Where's your vodka?
Okay, hang on. You're so demanding. It's down here somewhere. Okay, here we go.
Oh, nice. In the brown bag. Boom. Aristocrat.
Hell yeah, because I'm like royalty, motherfucker. Hey, my liquor store keeps me a lid in the freezer by the damn checkout because that's how we roll up here.
Wait, I usually start the countdown with what's a perfect 10, but I think maybe you should drink that for 10 seconds.
No, I ain't going to do it that long, but here we go.
1. Oh, that was a shot.
Oh, no. I mean, are you kidding me? I started at 10:30 this morning. Are you? I mean, it was 4:20 at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do 10 questions. The countdown, which we always ask everybody. All right, you ready, Big Daddy Bam Bam?
Wait,
before we get started, you wanted to give people advice on how to get into comedy.
Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you. And when I started programming and producing the alternative shows there at the Comedy Kitchen, you know, I'm just going to say right now, I love Michael Alfano. He gave me a tremendous opportunity, and we made the best of it. But, you know, like a lot of club owners, he got a little greedy, but whatever. But I'm just going to tell you, Michael Alfano, you said you wanted to punch me in the neck the next time you saw me, but I just want to tell you, I love you. I love Dolly. I love Cheryl. I love your kids. And so if I can ever do anything to help in the Chattanooga comedy scene, because right now, Casio, I got to go to Atlanta or Nashville just to listen to comedy because I'm banned from the Comedy Kitchen.
I didn't know you had beef with them, but
oh no, I don't know. Look, no. Look, I don't have no beef. I'm like, it's all good, but you have to admit, Casio, we made a lot of money and had a lot of good times there at that place, and I'm not going to be like Bruce Pritchard and like shit all over everybody. The comedy, there you go.
All right, look. All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is 10 questions.
The countdown. We ask everybody. Number 10, name something that's a perfect 10 in your life.
God, I love a woman that will like. I like a woman that will put her finger in my butt and rub my prostate while they jack my dick. That's a perfect 10.
I'm gonna tell you that's the wildest answer we've got at number 10.
Big titties with like really hard nipples. I mean, because like, you know, you can have like all of the breast implants in the world, but if your nipples don't get hard, who wants that shit?
God. All right, number 9. Tell me about Wade Cardwell in 9th grade.
9th grade, I was like always the chubby guy. Okay. I always, you know, I wished I was as fat as I was skinny when I was in the 9th grade. But you know, once you like meet a chick and like rub that clit real good and suck on that clit and like finger bang it and shit like that, they love you. I mean, you can be a fat guy. You can be a fat guy if you just like suck on some clit. I mean, I was in Ron White's bus and met like a 6'1", blonde-headed like Dutch bitch out in California at the Oscars one time, and my God, I saw her about a year ago. I mean, and it's like my granddad said, you can try to hurt it, but you can't. That's what he said.
What's that got to do with you in 9th grade?
Because like 9th grade give me.
Were you doing sports? Were you in the band?
Well, okay.
Dungeons and
Dragons? Yeah. I was in the band, and my private instructor said, if you can ever get a woman off with your mouth, she will be your friend forever. Okay. What? It's the truth. It's the truth.
8. When you die, what do you want to be your last meal? What do you want to be the last thing you eat? If you could pull it in, you can mix and match, home cooking, restaurants, appetizers, dessert. You can. What's your perfect meal? You want? Hey, I'm going out.
A Pittsburgh ribeye with a fully loaded baked potato and some broccoli with cheese with a salad with extra ranch and Italian dressing. And I'm like going out. Here we go.
From a specific place or anywhere?
What's that place now? It's a steak place here in Chattanooga. Not Logan's or not even, I mean, you know.
So a local place there in Chattanooga, that's your jam.
Yeah. I mean,
no appetizer?
Well, maybe shrimp cocktail.
What about dessert?
Some kind of like chocolate explosion in my mouth.
Okay. What are you drinking with it? Vodka and Diet Coke?
I'll drink Diet Coke on the side. I mean, vodka just, you know, on the rocks.
Okay. Number 7, what'd you want to be when you were 7 years old? What'd you want to be when you grew up?
When I was 7 years old, I wanted to be my peepaw. Because
your
my peepaw was a Baptist preacher. And like every summer, I got to go spend the summer with him. And I am telling you, Casio, there is nothing more fun than being the grandson of the preacher in a Baptist church.
All right now.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
There you go. I was waiting on something, but that was a good answer. That was your first normal answer. I like
that.
It.
Was it. First normal answer.
So, number 6, how do you want to end up 6 feet under? How do you want to die?
Hopefully on top of like Corey Ryan Forster's grandmother or aunt. And like right as I like ejaculate, you know, I fall down on them.
Fall down.
We ain't going to talk about Corey's mama.
Number 5. 5-figure discount was the last thing you stole.
Bubble gum. Okay. If I go to a Matco and they're charging $1.79 for a damn pack of gum, I mean, you know, when you got this, you got to have fresh breath. So, I mean, I ain't going to pay $2 for a pack of gum, so I always steal one. And I want to tell you one thing if you're out there, is like it's summertime now. Don't get gum, get those chiplet or like, hard shell gums, because, that holds up better in the
sun. Look at that. That's a pro tip right there.
Hell yeah. Because by God, when you drink as much vodka as I do at 9 o'clock in the morning, you got it down, I mean, you can't show up a big booty Judy breath on, like you can. I mean, damn.
What's your move? Do you just stick it in the front pocket and move on? What do you do? Are you buying other things to throw them off?
Well, I'm just going to tell you, my secret is sucking that clip.
Stop. I'm asking how you still gum.
How do I still go? Oh, motherfucker, are you kidding me? I got like, what's this shit called? I got all these pockets everywhere. I mean, by God, I'm going to pay 79 cents and get a $3 down discount per gallon on that shit.
Okay. Number four. Give me your Mount Rushmore of Little Debbie's. What's the top 4 Little Debbie's?
Oh my God. Well, you've heard the joke about, what? Little Debbie is gay.
No.
You know that, right? I mean,
no.
That's okay. So my dad worked for Little Debbie McKee Foods, and they had a joke, and we told it. I mean, I guess you were so far back in the green room, you didn't listen to this shit, but I would come out there and say, do you know why Little Debbie smiles so much? And they would say, because you'd smile too if you got 9 million times a day. Hey, Lou, seriously, Little Debbie's a lesbian. I mean, she's one of those lesbians that's married to a guy. But, Swiss cakes, oatmeal rose. I mean, God. Oh,
well, you got 2 more. I need 4.
Those chocolate fudge rounds. And the donut cakes.
Donut sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Number 3, give me 3.
But I'd eat Little Debbie if she'd like. But I'd be afraid she's got like 70s porn hair. Don't have that damn thing like Bruce sells, the lawnmower and all that kind of shit and all that. Hey, Doc, if you want, here's a pro tip: if you want a woman to put their mouth down there, knock the hair off of it. I mean, keep that shit fresh.
Didn't you used to say on stage, get a damp cloth?
Well, get a washcloth. Wipe that thing down just a little bit. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't care how much I try to wipe my ass. If I get a hot washcloth, there's still something coming out. I mean,
You need a bidet, Wade.
God, I'd love one. I was in a bed and breakfast down in Boca Raton one time, and they had that shit, and I was like, hey, I was in there like putting that shit on blast. I mean, I was. God, it felt
Are you
good.
peeling paint back there?
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, and she was well,
I don't know.
Well, she had that strap on I bought her out there in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, this is the same girl.
Oh God, yeah, that's the only woman I've ever let fuck me in the ass.
Sure, I should have known. All right.
I mean, you know how you were with those lesbians. I know. Come on, Matt. Come on. You
Number
came
3.
there, and those lesbians would come out to see Matt Mitchell, the Casio Kid.
Number 3, 3 albums on a deserted island.
AC/DC live wherever.
Okay.
Anything, The Who with Eminence Front live.
Jam. What a jam.
Yeah, and anything Metallica that's got like an Inner Sandman live from Russia. That's it. And I would
Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the Kingsmen live somewhere. Southern
Wish you were here by the Kingsmen.
Oh, I love the Kingsmen. My God, Jim Hamill, he was my hero, dude.
All right, number 2. since I know you are a wrestling fan, number 2, if you were in a tag team, who would be your tag team partner and why?
My tag team partner, by God, would be Dirty Dick Slater, and we would go in there and fuck them all up because shit. I mean, I watched Georgia Championship Wrestling, and it was like Dirty Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. before he got that cast on, and they would like fuck some people up, and Gordon Solie being there drinking some gin, and like, damn, you know. I'm telling you, I was like hey, we only had 4 channels at that time, and we had like Harry Thornton Wrestling on the CBS affiliate, and we had what was it? I think it was Channel 17. Was it WTBS or whatever? But it was, it was Ted Turner Broadcasting before it was really. But God, Tony Schiavone and Gordon Solie be down there, and listen, I just want to say this to Tony Schiavone.
All right. Okay.
Tony, I know that you fuck Sonny. And I think possibly you fuck Sable. So don't be talking about Lois. I mean, you're on the road and you got that hard dick up there.
Stop.
I'm just telling you what I think. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Are we at number 1 yet?
Yeah. By the way, I think when you're doing your wrestling moves, you spit on the camera. I think there's a spot. Wipe it off.
Where at? On the camera, really?
Yeah, it got blurry.
Right there?
Okay, yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, we're rocking now. All right, number 1. What is the highest / drunkest you've ever been at a concert, and did it turn out well? What's the most messed up you've been at a concert?
Like in the mosh pit at an AC/DC concert, and I was fucked up before I got there. And it was like one of those things where like you could sit on the side of the UTC arena.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But if you wanted to go down there and stand in the front, but it was great, Casio. It really was.
Wait, when you said, what year is this? 80s, 70s?
84,
90s?
85. Yeah, it was after I graduated.
What's 1985? What's Wade Cardwell when you say you were messed up when you got there? What were you already doing?
What
was the poison back then?
Well, a little Boone's Farm.
Okay.
Possibly a little vodka.
All right.
Definitely a little cocaine because those bitches love cocaine, dude. I don't know. I don't even know what it is about, but bitches will like snort cocaine. Here's what I don't understand, Casio. Okay. They will snort cocaine and 3 hours later be passed the fuck out. And I'm up for 3 days. I mean, what the fuck? Really? But it was good. Hey, at the UTC Arena in Chattanooga, some of the best times was with Alabama coming out there, selling it out with Lionel Richie. Oh, my God.
Jamming. Y'all had some jams roll through.
Oh, my God. UTC Arena. I loved it. And the guy that run the arena, we had the same last name. And I would just call in there and order tickets. And they was like, what's your name? And I'd tell them, like, oh, okay. And, but we would also like spend all night out there for Alabama and Lionel Richie and all that stuff and get like, the whole 24 seats across the front row.
Come on.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Jamming, dude.
Oh God, I loved it. It was great times in the 80s, the UTC Arena. Oh, and hey, there's been some big time wrestling shows in that place too. Been a lot of them.
Did you ever party with any wrestlers that came through?
Well, okay. Wait, hey, can I get one more drink?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to tell you about some shit.
Yeah, now we're going to tell you how to.
Here we go.
Get it. Cheers.
Mm.
Aristocrat out of the bottle. Come on.
Hell yeah. My God, I am like with the kingdom. But anyway, so you know, when I say Johnny Weaver, you know what I'm talking about.
Johnny Weaver.
Johnny Weaver, he was the agent, and he had the sleeper hold.
Okay.
Johnny Weaver. Look at
He's with the NWA.
Yeah, he was the agent. Okay. So I was working at a country music radio station, #1 in the market at the time.
Come on.
And I went down there, I mean, because I know how you do it, Casio. You go to them chamber events and get real fucked up, and then you want to go to another something. So I was selling office equipment, and I went down to a chamber event and got fucked up. I am telling you, we were jacked to Jesus. I mean, really seriously, we were. So I went on. You know what we call drops or whatever in the business. Hey, I'm Dusty Rhodes, and when I'm in Chattanooga, I listen to WDOD. So
yeah,
you know, something like that. Yeah,
those are big time.
Yeah, so I went down there and I went backstage, and Johnny Weaver was the agent. And I said, hey, can I just get some drops? Hey, I'm Ric Flair, or hey, I'm Dusty Rhodes, or whatever, you know, whatever. And he goes, no, I can't do it tonight because we're about to sell out to Turner Broadcasting. But hey, I do need a ring announcer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get to do it?
Well, I didn't have a tie. He said I needed to have a tie, so I run my fat ass back out to my damn car to get a tie. I mean, I was sweating. I was sweating like Casio kid with a damn big old room full of lesbians. I mean, I was sweating everywhere, and I got in there. And here's what I want to tell you. He says, oh, when Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express comes out, just stand in the ring. I'm going like, fuck that. I'm going to introduce them motherfuckers. Bobby Eaton. I mean, you know, and Dennis Condrey. I mean, this is Chattanooga wrestling, and these motherfuckers were stars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so he come down there and did all that kind of stuff. And then he come down to the ring. And I'm just going to tell you something, Casio. Sometimes the most disappointing place you can be is at ringside at a professional wrestling, because you will see shit that people can't normally see. Okay, so the main event was Ronnie and Terry Garvin against Arn and Ric Flair.
Okay, that's a big match.
Oh my God, and I was loving it, dude, because I was like high and drunk, and I was like, and Johnny Weaver come down to ringside, and I put my head down over between the top rope and the second rope, and I said, yeah. He goes, do this introduction, stretch it out as long as you can.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh my God, okay. That was pressure. I mean, Johnny Weaver put the sleeper hold on Wahoo McDaniels. I mean, you know, and won the North American Championship. I mean, you know, so I mean, this is Johnny Weaver telling me what to do. So I mean, I was like, you know, ladies and gentlemen from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was like stretching it, and then they were all in the ring, and then all of a sudden, I could like see they were broke down. I mean, they broke it down. They were like, I mean, they were into it. And I'm standing in the middle of the ring while they're all beating shit out of each other. And I just like, I did a back bump. I did like Conrad does to Megan. I mean, he does a back bump. He does a back bump and she gets up on top. And I don't even blame him for that, because like, you know, I love the mortgage business. But anyway, I did a back bump and rode out the ring, and they were all into it. And the only thing that was disappointing about that is like somebody came off the top rope and Rick was in the middle. Because, you know, Rick always lost. I mean, fuck, he didn't ever win shit after he was, you know, the NWA champion. And you could just see him down there, like, taking his hand. Can y'all see that? He took his hand and kind of, like, motioned for one of the Garvins to come down there and cover him. And I'm going like, what the fuck? Really? I mean, I wanted to see some juice.
You're disappointed.
I mean, I'm ready. I mean, you know, I'm ready to get some juice right now.
But if you juiced right now, it'd be the greatest podcast episode ever.
Let me see if I can find a blade.
Like you ain't got a blade around there.
Yeah, I ain't cut it out yet. But hey, maybe we'll come back and I'll juice.
All right, if I have you on the podcast again, will you juice?
Hey, if we're on again, because I want to, seriously, if you're out there and you're wanting to be a famous stand-up comic like Casio and Corey Ryan Forster and all them well-read motherfuckers, if you want to be what they are, just get out there and get up as much time as you can, as many times as you can. But come on, Cassie, before we go, Lonnie, what's Lonnie's last name?
Yeah.
Come on, tell me. Lonnie Gibbs. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to put him over before we get out of here. This fucker had his damn dog and had a condo that him and Corey were living in, and there was like bitches out the door. I mean, there was bitches. I mean, I started like taking up a collection because like that's how Jerry was like licking some women's butts and stuff because
You're talking about my weenie, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry was licking. I saw him. I mean, I know you were passed out that night, but I was down there like almost passed out too, and Jerry was over there licking that damn drag queen's balls. But that's okay. Corey took one for the team that night.
Wade, I usually end every episode with your famous line. So I don't think we comply here, but I usually end by saying we better stop before we get embarrassed.
Yeah, well, hell yeah. But I mean, hey,
I think it's too late for that.
Are you really embarrassed if like you have a hot chick like fuck you in the ass with a damn strap on? I mean, think about it. I mean, hey, come on, Casio. I know you know
I
what
asked
it's
the questions either way.
I know you know what it smells like the morning after sex. And you fucked Corey's grandmother too.
I did not. I've never been with any of Corey family members, period. Never.
God, you would love his aunt. I want to fuck her right now. Her name's Leslie.
No, don't say anything.
I'm not saying her last name, but I mean, you know.
Wade, how can they follow you on social media? Because you're going to be a star.
Just get on to me at like Wade Cardwell at Facebook.
Do you have Twitter?
I do have Twitter, but
you don't use it?
I hadn't got much traction on there.
What about Instagram?
No.
So just Facebook.
Yeah, well, you know, fuck all the Facebook motherfuckers. Anyway.
How many times have you been banned from Facebook?
Well, last year I was in Facebook jail 4 months out of the year. And I did not know this last time I was put in Facebook jail. I caught a guy a pussy and told him he was full of shit.
And
that was bully. I was being a bully. I'm going like, really? A full-grown ass man.
Sounds very bullyish.
A full-grown ass man. I mean, so I went straight there. But hey, you know, I love it. you know, you can do the Colonel for you, the number 4, the letter U, the Colonel for you at gmail.com. If you want to send me an email, I'll come on there and fuck your shit up. And like, you know, I got some stories to tell about Casio.
Don't be sharing them. Wait for part 2 of this.
I got some stories about Casio.
Wade, I love you, brother.
Love you, man. Hey, get that lawnmower down there on that thing. Get that manscaping done. Get them. I mean, take care of your sponsors. I mean, what the fuck, really?
Tell them when we get out here. Tell them what we got to do. We better stop what?
Oh, we're going to be embarrassed. Because, like, if Big Booty Judy wanted to strap on, I would be doggy style, head down, ass up.
We're done.
Rock and roll in Huntsville, Alabama at the Rocket. Woo!
Dude, thank you, man.
See if you can do something with that. I love you forever, dude.